Hello and welcome back to the Jaking Off Show. I am your host and creator, producer, caterer, set designer, Jake Bassey. Hi, what's up? It's been a little longer than usual. Again, I apologize for that. I really do, because look, remember when I told you guys that I've been sleeping all day and up all night? Remember that? Well, here's the thing. I got a job, as I may have already told you, and these shifts are at night, so my sleep schedule is gonna stay fucked up for a while. Oh no, I F-bombed! Oh, demonetized! Oh, no. See, I'm not gonna worry about that either, because I'm not an influencer, popular person, so whatever. X-nay on the monetization, hey. But anyway, my sleep schedule will remain fucked up, and I will try my damnedest to have enough fuel in the tank to do my job and do the podcast and do the things that I want. And here's the crazy thing. I was just on the phone with my cousin a little while ago, and she got a job after not working in God knows how long. Because of this shitstorm of a pandemic that we've been still going through. Is it post-pandemic? Is it gone? Is it still happening? I don't know. Who cares? But look, like, we got jobs now. And what I try to do is that I try to hang out with my cousin and her kids and her husband and all that, because they're the extended family out here. And I try to go over there once a week, but that hasn't really been happening either recently, because we have a schedule now. Like, it's so weird. Like, my life is back to normal, and it is a phoenix rising from the ashes. Because look, man, the life I had before in LA, I mean, the only drawback is that my life isn't over there, and that sucks, and I continue to lament that and miss it. I will return one day, but I have my life back now, and I am able to do what I like doing, and that's great. No roommates. Occasionally, a lady comes over, and then who knows if I'm gonna see that person again. It's the bachelor life. It's great. It's great, and there is someone that I'm talking to, kind of, sorta, and she's cute, but at the same time, it's like, I'm a comedian, I'm not the best person, just the emotional availability is questionable, but, I do like this person, and I'd like to spend more time with the individual in question. No names. She knows. But, like, it's, I've got my life back. That's all. That's what I gotta say. I got my life back. And I mean, the life I had before, I wasn't happy with it, but I guess is this what happiness feels like? Is this what serotonin feels like? Oh, Miss Serotonin. Are you there, Miss Serotonin? Nice to see you. It's been a while. How you doing? You've lost some weight. Yeah, but like, it's great, man. It's great. I'm able to do comedy. I'm able to get on stage, and this new job is I'm getting used to it now. There was a lot of I was kind of learning everything at once. I was a food runner or a host, and then they moved me to the kitchen, and I kind of learned everything in the kitchen. And server was semi-attempted, but I don't have a steady hand when it comes to, like, holding a tray full of drinks. I already fucked up and spilled 2 beverages on 2 people my first time trying that, so we're not gonna do that, okay? And the boss lady hired some new people, and that's so I guess I'm stuck as a line cook / chef / prepper. I'm in the kitchen. And that's fine. I don't have a nice ass. I don't have TikTok leggings or whatever, so I can't be a server anyway. And also, I'm ugly, so in the kitchen I am. And man, the kitchen. There is drama. And I don't know if it's like, I am not sure yet if it's out of jest or that it's out of love because see, the servers and the food runners, they come in, they'll be like, what the fuck do you want? It's bitch over here. Because I guess it's like you have to, because I did it before, you know, you got to put on this, you have to put on the proverbial mask. You got to be like, hi, welcome to Name of Restaurant. How may I help you? What can I get for you? You know, there's this sort of, then the switch goes off and like, oh, this bitch, she wants a fucking paper straw because she cares about the turtles or whatever. It's like, you know, there's people that have like these odd requests, people that bitch, people that complain, people that are petty and ungrateful and act like assholes to the servers, never be an asshole to the staff. And just so you guys know, you know, you people that aren't servers or weren't servers ever, we hate you. We hate you very much, but we do it with a smile. Only this time around, they're wearing masks. We're all wearing masks. So like the squint, all you see is the squint. It's either out of a scowl or a smile. It's hard to tell. You can't tell. So you can just be like, I'll get that for you. Or I guess it's tone of voice. Be like, yeah, I'll get that for you. You fucking bitch. And then they go back into the kitchen and complain about stuff. Maybe we fucked up. Maybe they fucked up. And you know, the other cooks are like, hey, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Get bent. You know, shit like that. And I'm just like, Mom, Dad, please stop fighting. Do I get 2 Christmases now, Mom and Dad? Can we all just get along, please? No, don't hit him. Don't hit her. I'm just like kind of figuring out like the politics and the drama. Who wants to fuck who? Who's related to, you know, whatever the fuck. You know, I want to stay out of it. I want to stay neutral. I don't want to catch any shade. And yet I am fighting the urge to spill the tea. And there's some bartenders that are like dicks to me, and I just kind of like brush it off the shoulder. I'm like, I don't know if this person hates me or not. I'm just trying to do my fucking job. If I'm in the way, I'm sorry. You know, I'm a pacifist. I don't like conflict. But I found out that someone that works there is like, hey, I listened to your podcast. I'm like, oh, you did now. Okay, so when the eventual, in future episodes, you heard it here first. In future episodes, I may or may not talk actual savage shit about the staff at the bar/restaurant that I am not going to name on here yet. But some of you know. And let's just, for the sake of, you know, just staying neutral, just being cool about it, let's just not name it. We're not going to name it. But it's somewhere downtown. And it's a nice place. It's a poppin' place. And, you know, one of these days I want to be in, you know, I always want to be in good graces because my skills are service industry. I don't see myself changing any day job profession like auto mechanic or welding or oil or whatever else is fucking out here in Oklahoma, like blue collar shit. I like blue collar shit, but I have gastrointestinal issues, and blue collar shit doesn't have a bathroom nearby, you know? Who wants to be a diaper boy? Not me. Boxers or briefs? Well, it depends. Yeah, so I think I'm going to be, you know, if comedy goes nowhere, and I mean, if it goes nowhere to my satisfaction, you know, if I'm going to be this perpetual open micer with a job, cool, you know what, man, I'm okay with it right now because I don't have a future. And if an opportunity comes my way, I will accept it with grace, and I might cry, but, you know, I've learned, and I learned this a long time ago, and I'm being reminded of this lesson, is that there are egos. There are egos, big and small. Everyone's got them. You can't say you don't because that means you are further hiding it. You have an ego. I don't want to pull rank. You know, I want to be nice to people, and I'm a big fan of the barter system. I do like trades of goods and services that don't necessarily have to be money because people are broke out here, and that's fine. But I've weaved my way into the good graces of those who book things and stuff and that are in control of the scene, that are doing their own thing, and that's great. I always want to be in good graces with those people, not naming names in a positive or a negative way. You know who you are. Again, I am Switzerland. Now, I've had, this past week, I had a fine opportunity to host an open mic in another town, and it was on 420 of all places. And I'd like to tell some of you guys how that went for me. Now, this was the third time I had hosted a show. Hold on, let's back up just a second before we even talk about 420. Hold on! Before we even go there, we will have a brief marijuana pause break. This episode of the Jaking Off Show is brought to you by Fnxfit, or as I like to call them, F&X. Woo! You see, the X makes it look a whole lot cooler. Fnxfit provides health and wellness supplements to promote a healthy lifestyle. Now, I actually use this stuff. I wouldn't be sponsored by a company whose products I don't actually use. So I use the immune complex supplements. It has elderberry and zinc to help boost your immune system, because that's the second most important weapon we can use in these times. Masks, vaccines, I mean, yeah, sure, go ahead, do that. I'm all for it, but having a healthy lifestyle is also very important. You may have noticed that people are more susceptible to being in the hospital from this virus if they're fat, obese, or full of sugar. Now, I'm not punching down on the fat people here, but look, if you want to stay healthy, these products are really good for you. Not only do I use the immune complex, I also use the turmeric gummies to help with inflammation, because I have problems with inflammation in the gut area, and that helps me keep that down. I also use their Super Greens product. It's got wheat, barley, alfalfa grass, all types of good grass, the good grass, to help keep everything in check. And if you don't get enough vegetables in your diet, or you can't handle the fiber like me, you get the Super Greens, right? I have the strawberry dragon fruit. That's really good stuff. Then they've got other stuff. They've got chocolate and vanilla, peanut butter, unicorn flavor. I don't know what that is, but they have it. And it's really good stuff. It helps promote a healthy lifestyle. And if you use the promo code JAKEOFF in the description below, you'll get 15% off of any order. And make sure you use that promo code, because that'll help out the podcast and it'll help you guys out too. Make sure to click the link below, use promo code JAKEOFF, and tell them that the Jaking Off Show sent you. That recreational marijuana card is coming in the mail very soon, and then we can hold legally out there in the world, and it doesn't have to be stowed away. Whatever. Okay. So let's back up just a minute here. My second time hosting a show was kind of like a co-host baton pass trade-off, because the guy that usually hosts this particular open mic was booked at a show in which it was called The Drunk Show or whatever, in which the comics performing on that show, they do a set sober, and then they do a set drunk for like half the time. I think it was like 10 and then 5. And in order for him to get paid for this gig, he's got to stay for the whole show. Makes sense. That's fine. And I was scheduled to work, but then my boss texted me and it was like, "You're off. It's slow. It's going to be slow tonight. There's not a whole lot of reserved seating," or whatever the fuck. And so I'm like, okay, I'm off. I'm not doing anything. So I made my way over to the comedy club and was like, all right, I'll take some pictures for the homies, because I do like being busy with my time. I do like being in the environment, because comics don't get most professionals get audio. Not all of them get video. And I am offering a service to have your set recorded with video along with photo. And if there's a particular clip that you want for your social media, I can edit that, clip it out, and send that to you for the low price of $5 for 5 minutes. And it's going to be $20 for 20 minutes. You get the idea. I am offering that service to comics that need video. And I try to record all of my sets, which is exclusively on the Patreon, the game tape. So if you are a Patreon subscriber and you have always wanted to see my comedy and you've wanted to support my comedy, as well as this podcast, you get exclusive access to my comedy sets. I haven't put them a whole lot up lately because I put some of the same jokes up, my material and all that. And I feel like it gets stale, so I'll post up another set once I add more new jokes. Sometimes I'll add like 1 or 2 new jokes into the typical set. And so it's new for somebody, and it's only $1 a month. As low as $1 a month. That's nothing. It'll help me, help you. You'll get entertained. So people that have wanted to see me perform, you have the opportunity to do so. And speaking of performing, I am doing a Zoom show on Monday, April 26th. Yeah, I think that is at 7:30 Pacific time, 9:30 Central time, 10:30 East Coast. So if you want to see me do a Zoom show, that's going to be on the Facebook Live. If you have me on Facebook, cool. You want to. That's totally free. But those are different. Zoom shows. I seldom do them really. It's a rep. It's a rep. It's something to do. It's definitely not the future. I've talked about it before. But if I'm asked to do one, I'll do one. I appreciate that the thought and consideration for me to perform at a Zoom mic that the person in question organizes. I'm very grateful for that. I'm humbled for that. To be thought of. Just to be thought of. That means so much to me. But let's go back to the first time hosting this mic. So the homie in question was doing a show, and he was gonna do the open mic that he hosts, but he was gonna be late because he needs to stay and get his money for the gig. So I flew in to the bar. I would have been there anyway, but my job was then to get the list organized, have the sign-up sheet ready. The comics walk in, and they sign up, yada, yada. There was like 15 comics. It was a fun night overall. But there were some issues. There were some issues amongst... there was a little bit of drama. And I'm not a fan, but I want to just get this off my chest, So this was a last-minute happening. So usually comic books would be either A, coming from another mic, coming from work, or driving from a far away place. There's some people that would drive all the way from fucking Dallas to do this open mic, like for real. There are some hungry people out there. Some of them were driving from the fucking booties and the sticks to do a show. And those are within the parameters of hitting me up and signing me up in advance if that slot is not already taken. So let's paint the picture. I have numbers 1 through 15 on the list for the open mic. Oftentimes, so the way this mic is organized is that the headliner of the open mic, as in like a semi-pro, or like they rotate or whatever, a headliner does 15 minutes, and that is the 5th or 6th spot, depending on how many people signed up. The 6th or 7th spot, depending on whatever, is the host does his time, and then the rest of the show goes on. Those 2 slots are already full from the get-go. Most people want to be in the middle 4 through 10. Most people want to do the middle. The first 3 spots, not everybody wants to bite the bullet and go up first, because the first comic is the one that sets the tone of the room. This person's particular style of comedy is going to be at a level. Some comics will then be a lower energy because of however they're feeling that night, or a higher energy depending on style, depending on whatever. There's a lot of factors, but not everyone wants to start the wave, if you catch my drift. And not everybody wants to bite it, but some people did. And I was like, hey man, I know these other spots are filled, but you can go up here. Just a little teaser, because there are people that messaged me in advance, like, oh, hey, can I get that spot? I'm going to be a little late, but I'm going to be there. I'm like, okay, dude, I got you. That spot is full. there were others that wanted that same spot and was like, that number 8's already taken, dude. Sorry. I could put you 14. You'll be second to last, And the guy was like, but it's me. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris Rock. Oh, man. Your Majesty, I apologize. Oh, dear Lord Ron White. Oh, Duke George Lopez of Edit, or whatever the fuck, like the royalty is approaching me because you want to bump someone so you could go up at this time that you want. Oh, that's so cute. Look, dudes, I like to play fair because the number 8 spot was a beginner comic. He had maybe gone up 4 times. And I don't want to, I don't want to involve a pecking order. I want to be the egalitarian, fair Switzerland. I stay out of it. I want to be fair. And look, whoever gets there first gets their slot that they want to choose. This person still went up on stage, but I am not going to, look, you're not a headliner, you're not a feature act, or you haven't done it or for super long. You're an open micer that sometimes books gigs just like me, just like most of the other comics. I understand that there's a social hierarchy, but you're not here. And, unless you give me a valid excuse, which is I'm driving from this far away or whatever, or I'm getting off work. If it's well enough in advance and that slot in particular in question is not taken, it is theirs because they are coming from another place or they're coming from another mic. That is within the parameters of my fairness thing, But if you're asking for a slot that's been taken, I'm not bumping anybody. I'm not moving the list. That just causes too much shit because I have names to pronounce right. I have to stay on top of that. You are not special. I'll put you at 14 though. And he was okay with that. But there was like an underlying fuck shit that was like, oh, we're going to mad dog now? You're not going to speak to me now because I decided to play fair. I decided to not put you above another person. Relax. Unless you're Chris fucking Rock or Dave Chappelle. No. And egos it's very dangerous and it can get you in trouble. And I don't want to have bad blood with people that I might have to bump. I never, ever want to bring that bad news to someone. He's like, I signed you up for number 8, but I got to push you back to number 9 because this guy who's been doing it longer. See, that's not fair. That will then turn off people who want to get into comedy. Now, I know it's very competitive. I know that. But some people quit because of the nature of the beast, and I want to be fair. I want to be inclusive. I want to be a good guy, I have asshole moments. I could be quite a dick sometimes, but not this. Not this. I take comedy too fucking seriously to fuck around with that or get fucked up on drugs. Like, I joke about many things. When it comes to running a show, I do not fuck around. Now, that being said, other than that, it's cool. It's great. It's loose. It's fun. It's a party, But that's how I like to operate. And that was a whole lot of fun. I got to host that on it was kind of a rush. I didn't really do my material. I just kind of fucked around. So that gave me less time to prepare for my own stuff. And I didn't bring my camera that day and, yada, yada. And it was whatever. But we'll we'll just do it. Because the host job is not to really be funny. It's just to, do a couple minutes, bring up the next guy. If you got a tag for some joke that someone had, cool. You get to go up more often and people get to see your face more. That is the next level. I am approaching the next level. And I am loving that. It's so much fun. I enjoy it. And I didn't get paid for that one. The 420 show, however, I got paid for that. And that was cool. That was so cool. I actually made a mint, because this was a 420 show. It started a little bit later because this venue had a band playing. They ended at 10 when the open mic would started, but there was all this gear that they needed to load out, and I decided to jump in and help them. It was like one of the guitar players was like, "Hey, you thinking about your show?" And I'm like, "Yeah. Hey, let me help you move some of this stuff because I am thinking about my show. I'm thinking I need to start soon, man. But I got you. Give me your fucking kick drum. We're gonna move it. We're gonna be a roadie. I know that life too because I was in a band once, and I know that whole world, dude. That's another fucking world that I used to live in, and that was a long time ago. But I'm just like, oh, the band's loading out. I'm like, oh man, this kind of reminds me of the good old days when I was playing in a death metal band at the Whiskey a Go-Go in fucking Hollywood. Oh, but being in a band is like being in a polyamorous relationship, only you don't fuck anyone. That was another time, another place. But anyway, this open mic started a little bit later. There wasn't a whole lot of people. There was a bunch of stuff going on because as soon as the music stopped, the crowd fucking left. There was a big crowd that was there. That didn't want to stick around for the comedy. And you know what? That's okay. A couple people went up. Now, I had promoted the open mic. The homie Adrian hooked me up with a poster. That was super cool of him. It was dope. It had a UFO. And then for the social media, I added a silhouette of a guy being abducted by the UFO. And that was super cool. I really liked that poster. And so along with that poster, I posted up a service that I offer. The service is not free. It's what I brought up before. Based on, there was comics there. They were doing it's usually 5 minutes, but there wasn't a whole lot of people. So I'm like, yeah, let's do 7, fuck it. Let's do 7. But I was charging a small service fee of $5. You go up and you try your material out. And if, like I said, if you want a joke that clipped that kills in that particular couple of moments, you can use that, put it on your social media. However, this is what I did not bring up before. If you bomb and you don't want to keep the footage, that's okay. I understand. I don't want to keep footage of me bombing either. And I will 100% refund you your $5, whether that's cash or Venmo. That's what I use. I have a Venmo, and cash works fine. So I got a couple of people to go, hey, can you record my set? I'll give you $5. And I'm like, all right, dude, right on. And it was a quiet open mic, but here's what's important. You actually do want to have sets of you bombing recorded. You actually do, because that way you can find out why that joke sucked. You might have something new that you were working on that's not fully fleshed out, that bombed, that maybe you want to try it out. You look at the game tape. You look at the game tape like an athlete looks at play footage, and you go you should have cut in here when you should have cut in there. You should have zigged when you should have zagged. This guy was wide open. You didn't pass the ball to him. And it's one of those things, you got to keep track of those plays. Just like how a comedian keeps track of their jokes and how they run. And, maybe that crowd wasn't feeling it. You look at the reasons why, you analyze. And it's difficult for me because I don't like looking at myself. The fact that I even have to edit this later and I just have to, I have to look at my face and I don't like it. And so, luckily with podcasts, it's all with a couple of cuts I do with the sponsors and that. It's just, oh my God, it's just one long thing. And we just have to do little cuts here and there, and it's fine, and it renders, and I can go away for a while. But I got to look at playback and stuff, and that's how you get better as a comedian. And I am trying to explain to these newer comics that hey, dude, you need footage of yourself, and this is very important, you need footage of yourself to submit to bookers. Some bookers want to see a tight 5. You know, they want to see a tight 5 or a 7-minute set, or if you're a headliner and you want that recorded, they want 30 minutes or whatever. You know, some of them want that stuff. And not everybody has a $400 camera. Not everybody has like these editing skills that I learned all by myself. I didn't go to school for this, but it's like I made a little extra money offering a service to these people, you know? And it's important. It is so important to have video footage of yourself. You know, Flappers in Burbank charges $30 for 5 minutes in the Yoo-Hoo room. Most comics are broke. I get that. And, you know, maybe in the future I could negotiate something like, oh, hey, I don't have any money right now. And, you know, we could just, you know, I can always negotiate. It's not like a flatline thing. Because, look, comics are broke. You know, some of them have kids. Some of them are raising families and shit. And money's tight sometimes, you know. I get that. That's where the barter system comes in. We're like, oh, I can't give you any money right now. But how about you book me for a show? How about you book me for a hosting spot? How about I record you at another place at another time, and I'll remember that charge from before. Or we can work it out. We can work it out. You know, I want to be fair, you know, because I am a broke piece of shit. You know, I get it. So there's always going to be room to negotiate. And, you know, I want to be kind. I want to be a good person. You know, I don't want to grow an ego out there. Because look, man, there are headliners that have something called a rider, where it's like, I want smoked salmon and fresh fruit in the green room when I get there. And it's like this thing, and like sometimes they come in on a private jet, or they come in on a plane, or a bus or something, or some shit like that, you know? Like, what royalty. That is the life, to have things brought to you, and all you have to work on is the instrument, which is you, right? Because that's what you want the most time with. You don't want to worry about this and that and the other thing. I can't wait to get to that level. I can't wait. It's, one day. Dude. And when I reach that level, when that time comes, I'm not even going to be asking for much, dude. If I end up having a rider one day, just be like, just, you know, what do you got on your menu? I'll snack on something, whatever you got, and just put an order of something in there, like fries or whatever, because I don't really like eating before going on stage. I just like to focus on the craft, or like, you know, make sure there's like an espresso or a Red Bull or something to like get me going, you know, and get hyped up for it, because, you know, it really reminds me of the old theater days when it was like, you were not special in theater, bro. You had to hang out in the wings, and you're just like, and you're psyched up, and you have all this energy, and you don't have time to focus on anything else, because you have to focus on, like, you know, the performance, and that's so important. And I don't want no fucking entourage. I don't want no fucking posse. I don't want any of that stuff. Some of these people come in and they have a whole group of posse, a whole squad that comes in and starts fucking shit up left and right, you know? I don't want to be that guy. And, you know, one of these days we'll get there. And I want to stay humble, you know? I'm not going to be a guy that asks for much, but some of these open micers need to get their fucking shit checked, you know? Because it could all fall apart. It could all fall apart one day. And, you know, there's like, I'll give you another example of shit that falls apart. There are athletes that like beat the shit out of their wives, and they get out of like multi-million-dollar contracts. And it's like, dude, you fucked up. How could you fuck that up? Like, it is such a small percentage of people that make it to this fantasy that plays in our heads. You know, we've all thought about giving the fucking Oscar speech in the shower and all that. We've all thought about it, and I keep those thoughts in the back of my head. But for now, you know, just focus on the here and now, and the reward will come later. You know, I'm not going to get impatient because as far as I can tell, my life is already over and I know what I like doing, and that's this stuff, you know, that's the shit that I'm doing now. I'm getting on stage. Yeah, it would be nice, you know, it was nice not having a job, but there was like no structure, you know? Having a job gives me structure. It really does, because I just got so caught up in my depression and so caught up with like, oh man, I can't like go out, I can't do anything. Like, it's just, all right, we're gonna fucking make money doing nothing and watch fucking YouTube videos and Amazon or play video games all day. Like, oh, we're getting paid to stay at home for a fucking year. Oh, hey, it was good while it lasted, but goodbye. I don't need you. You know, there's structure in my life again. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful. You have no idea. And if you know, and I like it, man. I don't. I like the fact that I can focus on me. I like that I can. I don't have to worry about some fucking kid or some fucking lady. You know, like I'm not. I don't want that life, dude. My version of settling down is where I'm at right now. I'm so happy with that, dude. And one of these days, you know, this is growing. This is becoming the thing that it is. And before that, I was doing just audio, and I was in a compulsive hoarders space, and, you know, having people over was not ideal, but we're here now. This is where we're at now, and it's great. I have scheduled a guest in the near future. As of now, the rain check is next Thursday to record, and there hasn't been a guest in a good minute, but we have some things in common, and we're gonna talk about some of those things. Like the guest has IBS. We're both comedians. We're both like kind of the same age. We have a similar dialect, which is even weirder, because I'm like, are you from Southern California? And he's like, no, I'm from Oklahoma City, bro. And I'm like, okay, you sound like you've spent a lot of time at the beach. There's no beach here. Oh, there's no beach here. Oh, I miss the beach. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. It's fine. It's fine. This episode is also sponsored by OG Shenrons Vintage Clothing. Go to Depop.com in the link below and check out vintage clothing from every era. The 60s, the 70s, you know, whatever this guy can get his paws on. You'll find rare and unique items such as rare tie-dye shirts designed by very incredible artists. I can't even tell you how fucking good these guys are. They're great. You'll also find tour shirts from the 80s from your favorite band. You might find 90s t-shirts that you won't find anywhere else. There's a Space Jam shirt that I think was already sold, but there's unique and very cool finds that you'll find at this digital thrift store. Just go to depop.com/OG Shenron, and you'll never know what you'll find. You might find something truly off the tees. And if anybody else is paying attention, I know I haven't done the rants. Like I said before, you know, I've been sleeping all day and being up all night, and I like to film from inside of my car screaming, and I like that environment for the rants. I have one written right here. I'm looking at it right now. This is what it looks like if you're watching it on the YouTube. There's like 2.5 pages. 2.5 pages. And that's about a minute 30, whatever. So I like to keep those rants because I haven't written anything new in a while, because this was an exercise that kept me writing new stuff, you know, whether it's topical or stuff that's significant in my life. And I was working that muscle because I had extra time on my hands. I wasn't working, and now that I am, I need to have enough gas in the tank to do the podcast, go to work, get back in shape. I am not in shape. I'm not holding on to my schedule because I'm not, you know, I wrote down goals, but I'm fucking that up. So let's try not to fuck that up. But we're getting back to it. I'm working. I'm doing this podcast. We got to have time during the day for the rants. In fact, we're recording this at night after a shift, so like, I'm still hot from like the work, So that would probably be the prime time to record the solo episodes, but if it's a guest, it's got to be on a day off, I'm working Thursday night, but I'm open during the day, and the guest he does shit at night, so it's it fits for the both of us. So I just need to be awake for that. Probably early afternoon. That's the ideal time for me because I want to sleep in a little bit, make the place look nice, and have the food in my body and still have enough time to get ready and go to work. Because I'm the type of person that likes to be early. I really do. I really like being early to stuff. It puts way less on me, man. Less stress. I never want to be in a hurry to do something. Because, the shit that I'm doing now, it's go, 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 go. Like that energy comes later. I want to relax into a shift, I, in fact, clocked in early or I was asked to clock in early because I was there sitting around anyway, waiting for just to get into it. Because there's a staff person that had their arm in a sleeve. She broke her clavicle riding her bike or whatever, and her job was to get some inventory put away. And I was like, oh man, okay, I got you. And she's clocking early. And I'm like, all right, fair, I'll take it. So, I clocked in a little bit early. Got a little extra out of it. Dope. And it's just moving shit from point A to point B. No stress, no big deal, because I'm just sitting there doing nothing anyway. Because every time, my old boss will tell you this. I would show up to a shift an hour early because oftentimes not everything was done. It was just not good. Not everything was square. And I want to come in early because what if the night before didn't do a good prep or do a good job cleaning? I allow the extra time for the extra bullshit that's going to come my way and add more stress to the shift. And I don't I don't want that yet. So I habitually come in early. I never want to be stressed out jingling my keys and shit. I never want that, And to be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late. And to be late is to be fired. And to be fired is because you did whippets in the fucking kitchen. That's how I got this job. But yeah, dude, I'm happy. I've got my life back, and I'm learning. I'm trying to keep steady because there's people out there with egos that try to pull rank, and I just want to stay humble and just do my thing. I never want to be on someone's bad side. Because later down the road, there will be opportunities that will be missed. And you want to be remembered as a good person, I've been a dick to people in the past. My college years weren't very great. I was very reclusive and I hated everyone. So it's more of a... This is more of a livable hatred. Some call it marriage. But I wanted, I want to stay at an arm's length. I respect people. I want to be people's friend, but I don't want to get in on the drama. That happens on its own. I never like getting involved with drama. I don't want to no, I know if it's at a comedy club, dude. No, I don't want to hang out anywhere else. This is my environment, man. You want to hang out? Come on the podcast. I don't want to do other stuff, man. I just, lead the path of least resistance and just be happy. Riches don't matter. These nice things, these wonderful things that we want to spend money on. I'm going to a wedding in a couple of months. I'm going to spend a number on that, but that's going to be cool. That's going to be fun. And I like where I'm at. And yeah, again, I apologize for having an episode come out late. But hey, that's it and that's that. I'm going to try and get some regulatory shit going on. And thank you guys for sticking around. Please, if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe and share and tell your friends, yada, yada. Subscribe to the Patreon. You'll get bonus access such as the game tape. You'll get rants. That's coming. I have it written down. I just have to film it. That's coming very soon. Those who are on Patreon get early access. Then the video will be public a day later. That's the deal. And what else? I had to plug something else. Oh, yes, the sponsors. Use promo code JakeOff for Fnxfitness products. And, keep your life healthy. Keep yourself healthy. It's way important now. Hit up OG Shenrons Vintage Clothing Store if you're in the LA area. And if you go to the Depop store, wherever you live, you can get that stuff shipped right to you if you find something cool, I'm going to find something cool. I'm going to find a fucking Kiss shirt. That's what I'm going to find because new daily finds are there. And checking those websites out, buy some health and nutrition stuff, help me, help you. Your life improves. I entertain you. I give you the goods, and everybody wins, right? That's what we all want. Everybody wins. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, thanks. Bye, everybody.